Believe it or not, the title wasn't a typo. Activision is being super gay-eyed. As an absolute shock to literally nobody, Activision, one of the largest, game company, publisher, whatever it's called, people in the business, is using AI. Because even though they're a very big company that is making a stupid amount of money, they could not possibly afford to pay living, breathing human beings to do anything for them. It's gotten so bad that voice actors for characters in their games have decided to leave or are very close to making that decision, all because Activision wants to save a little money. Before we start off with the fabled mythical six-fingered Santa Claus, I would like to take a quick 10 seconds to say, hey, if you're new here, subscribe, consider giving the video a thumbs up, but regardless of if you do either, thank you for watching. Now, what you're seeing right now is one of the calling cards that they had added for this, December festival challenge stuff that they're doing. I don't know. As you can see here, if you look very closely, you can notice that, I don't know, this hand right here has an extra finger. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's enough. That's enough. 6. 6 generated fingers. It's not a shock. It is a very common thing that AI screws up with the hands, as you can also see with the other hand. What's it doing? It's just nubs. It doesn't seem like it's making sense where it is. And on top of that, right below it, these gift boxes with the ribbons. What is that? We got a ribbon on top, and then I think there's a ribbon on the side, but they're kind of connecting and merging. It's not making a whole lot of sense. Now, if it was just this one image, I think it would be pretty easy to, have this back and forth of being like, well, Santa Claus in this world actually had 6 fingers. So when he was turned into a zombie, it made sense, or he mutated another finger, whatever. You know what? You can make that argument if you wanted to, if there was only one of these, but there are so many more. We're gonna go through 2 quick little collages that people have put together in the community just to showcase some of these more egregious examples. Now, first up, we have this calling card with this lady who's got some serious Honkarogus. And in addition to that, you can see the sleeve on the shoulder, as it's described, just randomly stops existing. The hair is a bit weird and doesn't really make sense. Look at how gracefully it's laying on her neck. And then there's some strange markings on the arm that don't really match up with anything else. And the hand under the chin, so you can see between these 2 fingers, seems to have another. Next up, we have this loading screen, which has this cloth that doesn't seemingly make sense as to how it's draped over this. The building it's on just looks a bit off, but I think more damning, what is this? What is this burger seeming thing? What is that? Why does aloe vera keep showing up? I don't wish to have your aloe vera supplement, but it's a strange burger looking thing. On the next one, a loading screen where the letters on the sign are inconsistent and oddly shaped. So you can see here evacuation routes, and then it also has these weird symbols that make no sense. If you have ever messed with AI, the little symbols at the bottom of this sign are exactly what you would expect from it. And then we've also got those default, even in the back, these banner signs here, it's kind of hard to make out. It just says cola, but it's that weird font that kind of seems to blend together. Next up, one of the first ones that people had noticed, this is the first prestige emblem that you would receive. And as you can see here, this man has a second sleeve here. Now, I'm sure a soldier is going to be double layered, but it's also not shown at all, even as tightly up as it is on this hand. It's nowhere on here, even in this giant cavernous sleeve, you don't see any of it. Again, could just be, strange or just how it was drawn. And also, there's just no stock to this gun at all, which is interesting. I guess you can remove the stock in game. And then in the game, oh my God, aloe vera. You can see that this individual's fingers here on this painting just seem to merge together. Again, could be coloring, but we're really starting to stretch the justifications here. But it continues. There was a post made on r/COD Zombies talking about and showing a few more instances of loading screens that are just blatantly AI. Outside of the jug machine, it just seems like this, derelict, very trashy, I don't know, downstairs room. But if you zoom into the background, what is this? There's a stairwell going up. What is this bit? What are these random post notes that merge into nothingness? Also, this art on the back that just seems to wobble a little bit. It's all looking just a little weird. And then the next one we have, this was actually art for one of the packs that you could get. I think it was called the Parasite or something. And if you look closely at the individual in the middle, he's facing forward and backward at the same time. This arm is pushing out that way. This one's pushing this way. Now, honestly, I could honestly see how they were going for something like this because it's like a parasite arm sticking out. but it's still weird. Additionally, what the guy was saying is there are just randomly some vines that aren't connected to anything, and they're just existing out there for no reason and aren't connected in any way. I haven't found any like damning examples myself personally, but I mean, at this point, I'm leading to believe. And then next up, we have this cozy loading screen. How cool is this? We got some chocolate on these cookies. There's chocolate in the drink, I guess, that looks a bit strange. Don't know why it would sit like that. Maybe that's just, you know, dumb of me though. But my favorite part of this image, if we take a look, you see these buildings over here on the side. Matter of fact, you can see this building cross over this, you know, window that seems to be shattered here, except there's no roof. The roof is gone now. I'd be hard pressed to believe that, you know, Activision would put out a statement being like, actually, it's a portal for zombies into another realm where buildings are roofless. Please believe us. And also, where are we? What is this like open room? Like, is this a doorway opening to this tiny yard of nothingness? Like maybe there's a garage here, but there's a window that is directly next to the door. And also if we look down here, like this rug, the patterns aren't matching in any which way. And again, it's just not making sense. Also like the tree ornaments, they're just like, what is this? What are we even looking at? Now, another really cool one that I'd also seen is this bad boy right here. This was an advertisement for, I think, Gobblegum Mania, I think as it's showing here, just different language. And as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers without the thumb. You have so much money, Activision. Why are you doing this? You could pay these people $100 to make this photo for you. Like, it's just, why are you using AI? Like, we know the answer to why they're using AI. It's to save money, but why would this be the thing you save money on? No one thinks this is okay. It is a very morally bankrupt thing to do, especially when you are a company that has the funds to pay the people to make these assets. This all leads up to the major issues that are happening right now with number one, someone that you may know if you've played COD Zombies at any point, Samantha, a character and voice that has followed us since the beginning of Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. Well, most recently, they dropped a new DLC, Citadel de Mor, which is a pretty banger map, which has been a lot of fun, except for the fact that everyone has noticed that Samantha's voice is not the same. The voice actress's name is Julie Nathanson, and originally in Black Ops 6 and maps like Terminus, Liberty Falls, her voice was for the Samantha AI. It was the SAM. There's a lot of lore behind it. I understand the irony of the situation. Now, the game released with her voice in the game, and after the Citadel de Mor map dropped, her voice changed. I'm gonna show you guys a quick little video that I saw showcasing the difference in the voice actor for Sam.
She was my source code. The true Samantha Maxis sacrificed herself to save your world.
She was my source code. The true Samantha Maxis sacrificed herself to save your world.
Do not worry, Peck. I do not share her grievances. My priority is to get you all off that island.
Do not worry, Peck. I do not share her grievances. My priority is to get you all off that island.
Now, as you can tell from this, the newer versions, the first ones in each of those orders, kind of lost a bit of the personality, and you can hear a bit more of that flair, and a little bit of that sass is completely absent. And also, the voice is different. For someone who's never played or heard Sam talk a lot, like most of the people who have played, you know, COD Zombies consistently, it might be a bit harder to pick up on. But for a community that has, you know, had this voice actor a part of it for so long, it's crucial. And people weren't just noticing this one. There was also another pretty important character in it that goes by the name Peck. And here's a clip showcasing their different voice actor.
Relax, Major Carver. All of us here have a common enemy. The guy who locked you up. The guy who stole my life's work. Edward Richtofen. Relax, Major Carver. All of us here have a common enemy. The guy who locked you up. The guy who stole my life's work. Edward Richtofen. What do you say we find him and kill him? Huh? What do you say we find him and kill him?
So what we understand from this is that at the very least, two pretty important voice actors for the franchise and zombies are no longer with us and have been replaced. And we're wondering, well, why is that? Well, it has to do with an ongoing voice actor strike that is trying to get companies like Activision to sign deals that are essentially guaranteeing that they do not use AI to generate any sort of content, including voiceover work. Now, more specifically with the voice acting strike, this has more to do with the fact that all of their, recorded usage of their voices is being downloaded and cloned into AI models to use their voice. They don't want that. Most people don't want their work to be, copied and then duplicated and then used, which would mean they no longer get to work. Now, I know there's an argument being like, well, if they're getting paid for their AI voice to be used, what's the worry? It sets a bad precedent, and it sets up the opportunity for them not to get paid. And on top of that, I don't know, I really like doing YouTube. I wouldn't want to do a Kwebbelkop and just have some AI generated me doing this. I enjoy doing this. And I think those voice actors enjoy making what they do. And AI, at least right now, is not able to give us a truly authentic voiceover work. And I feel like when you do that, you lose the soul and heart of these voice actors, acting out the characters that you see on screen and get to play as. And when you lose that heart, it's noticeable. Maybe that's a little wishy-washy, maybe that's a little cringe. I don't really care. It's important to me. I like art. But we did seem to get some sort of mild confirmation from one of the voice actors for one of the characters now, that being the character Maya. And they seem to put it gently and obscurely in a tweet that it looks like the rest of the crew is potentially also being changed. This is a video from Mr. Raffle Waffles. He actually did another huge video kind of talking about this, but I just wanted to show you this clip.
Next, I posted a massive whiteboard video talking about the voice actors strike and the controversy with Activision removing Samantha Maxis from Call of Duty Zombies and replacing her. It's a very weird situation, honestly. But the relevant thing for this video is that there's a little update to it, which is that the voice actor for Maya in Black Ops 6 Zombies, this is her Insta, Shantelligence, which is a sick name. I love that. And she says, I'm glad you're enjoying the map. And then this person says, is Samantha really gone? And she says, it seems so. And then they say, is the main crew changing as well? And Chantel liked that and said, change is inevitable. So it seems like even some of the new characters like Maya might be at risk of having the voice actors swapped out. Now, like I said in my whiteboard video, it's a very delicate situation. It's very weird because if we, for example, pressure Chantel to come on my channel and talk about this and sort of be like, oh yeah, down with Activision, she's never going to be able to continue voicing Maya, right? Activision is just going to blacklist her. But it is interesting that she sort of seems to be confirming that change is afoot.
It's not looking super good, and it looks like Activision is just viewing any of these voice actors as incredibly replaceable as soon as they try to, go on strike to support really good policies that should be in play for pretty much any sort of entertainment industry. I, for one, am with them. There is a petition that you can sign. I just personally, I don't really see petitions ever working. I could be wrong about that. It could just be a bit cynical, but personally, I prefer to vote with my wallet. For me, it's important to just not give them money if they're doing stupid shit. So from here on out, I'm not gonna be making any purchases on the game. I'm just going to, play the zombies maps as they come out because I enjoy the zombies. But that's all that I had for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, subscribing if you're new here, and I'll see you guys later. Adios, goodbye.